Yeah, you have both priest and priestess.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm so happy for you, Ariani.
Thank you.
That's so lovely. Oh, I would love to go to ceremonies with you.
Yeah, of course. I will
Yes.
escort you.
Yeah.
And Kama Dev is there. There she is. Great. Okay. Good. Okay, let's start. Anybody feel like chanting Saraswati? Any hands? Saraswati, Paulina, and then we have the teacher.
I can do it.
Kama, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
Om Sahanao Bhavatu Sahano Bunaktu Saha Viryang Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vedvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Okay, great. Now, so I was thinking like this. I got 3 home funds, and so I had a look at 3 of them. But I know that some of you've been busy and different things, and that's normal. You know, we all have things going on, and sometimes we just get, you know, and it's totally fine. But I was thinking that there's no point to go further unless we're all on the same, you know, we're all getting there, because otherwise it's just going to be confusing, right? So I was thinking like this, 1 more week, and then try to if you can, you know, do the home fun, because then I see that you there, you know, then you're ready to we can move on together. Now, if you feel like, no, this is too difficult for me, or I need help, or, you know, whatever it is, you have, so the people that already sent me was Ariani and Paulina and Alice and me. Okay, so if you feel like I need help, okay, all you got to do is pick up the phone and say, help me. Okay, and we're here for you. So you don't need to feel like, oh, this is so overwhelming and I don't get it, and how was it? Was it step 1? Was it step, or you know, and what was the patient? You don't need to feel that, you know, you can relax. And but you need to lift your hand and say, I need help, otherwise we don't know. So so please, for next week, ask for help, or try to do it, and then next week we finish the that home fun, because that shows that we can move on. Is that okay for everybody? Yeah.
I just need time.
You need time. Yeah, totally.
The home fun takes quite a long time.
Yeah. Remember, it's you don't need to do the whole shot, right? You only do it's only 10, right? So remember that just because you have pick one, you don't have to do the whole thing. So you just pick 1 Purusha and 1 Vachana. And remember, if you want someone to help you, that's helpful, right? So then yeah. Okay, great.
I know I sent it in late yesterday, but did I do it okay?
Yeah,
did I do it?
I gave you a thumbs up, and the question you asked, I said yes. So this is Sunday.
Yeah.
This is Sunday.
Yeah.
Really good. And yeah, you're doing the ones that I saw, really good. Great. Okay, so I thought we can do like this. We have work on our chanting and also reading. So reading and writing, right? So let's, you remember this one? Here it is. Here's the first verse. So now I can't see everybody, but so please shout out or give me a hand up. Anybody wants to do verse, the first line to start? Ariani, oh, Nick. Okay, first Ariani and then Nick.
Vedo nityam adhiyatam taduditam karma swanustiyatam.
Good. So where was it? This part. So you did really well. So Vedo Nityamadhi. Here. Here's a long one, and you get that Diyatam. And there's a long one, right? And then you did really well, and then this one needs to be a little bit longer. Okay.
May I try one more?
You can.
Vedo nityam adhiyatam taduditam karma swanustiyatam.
Excellent. Just this fellow, but make a note. All right.
Thank you.
Good. Nick.
Tene shasya vidiyatam apachati kamye matistyatam.
Good. Just here, it's a lot of things happening, right? So you got to go matis. So you have the dental matis, and then you straight away you have takara and yakara. Tia, matis, jad, and then you have jelly bean. Matis, jatam. So it's a tricky because you have a yakara and a jakara with a yakara. Ja. So it's tricky, but good, very good. Bea, would you like to do the next one?
Apaugaf paridhoyatam bhavasukhe dosho sandhiyatam.
Excellent. Last one. Fourth. Is it anybody want me to chant it one time? Let me know, or if you forgot that.
I can do this one.
Yeah.
Atme cha bhavasiyatan. The ni dental, yeah. Atme cha bhavasiyatan nijagrahat turnam vinirgamyatam.
Good.
So I just read it before, so I'm just like reading it there and trying to remember.
Yeah. I love how everybody's supporting you. You know, I can see all the mouth, yes, like, yeah, you know. Excellent. Okay, so you did really well. Just, I want you to make a little note here. So it's not va, it's not vabasi, it's vakara, yakara. So you gotta go via. So if you notice when you do vakara, ba, and then notice where you do the ya, and then you have to put them together. Via.
Vyavasiyatam tam.
Vyavasiyatam.
Vyavasiyatam.
Remember that it's you know, when you do the vakara, so it's a labial, dental labial, right? So va. Vyavasiyatam. So it's not like wa or ba. Or it's and it's quite soft. It's not the victory. It's not like you're pushing too hard. All the semibars are very ya, va, ra, la. They're quite like they don't have this la or rrr. It's just a certain softness to it. And in some other tongues we have, you know, sometimes there's a shift, it's a difference. So just notice where you put the dentals and the labial. Va. Yavasi. Via.
Vyavasiyatam.
So when you go through it, just take your time to really get all the letters. So you can listen to va, and then you add a yakara in between, and you yeah. So it's quite different, right? Vyavasiyatam. Good. You did really well, Kama. Really good. All right. And then we got next verse. Who would like to start here?
I can go. Sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir drita dhiyatam.
Excellent. So you got all the pronunciation. Just a melody. Sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir drita dhiyatam. You want to try?
Sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir drita dhiyatam.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, next one. Anybody? Would you like to do Alice?
Give it a go. Shantyadip parichiyatam dridataram karma shu santyajyatam.
Good. So you the same thing, just the melody. Shantyadip parichiyatam dridataram karma shu santyajyatam. Shantyadip parichiyatam.
Shantyadip parichiyatam dridataram karma shu santyajyatam.
Good. And that's the tricky part, right? So you got that dakara, and you got to go straight back with your tongue. Dr, dr. And it helps by pushing down this part of the mouth, like dr, 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 and engage in the diaphragm. Dr, dr. It's a special. It's like a knack. In the beginning, I know it feels really weird, because if first of all, if you're not used to rolling your R, that's going to be a challenge. And then if you roll your R, like for example, señor, notice where if you can say señorita, the Spanish people is much more in the front, right? But this is like, so it's completely different.
It's a different feeling. I've been trying to distinguish between reipa and this one, r. It's really subtle.
Very subtle.
Because the vowels aren't supposed to touch the top of your mouth. There's supposed to be a gap, so it's sort of softer.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know.
It's weird. And it's
interesting.
Right? Yeah, it's just weird.
I try not to think about it too much. I'm just like...
Now I got curious, but where do you put your tongue in the vowel?
It's vibrating, but it's not touching.
You mean this one?
Yes.
So this is a cerebral, right? So it goes back. Your tongue, you're folding your tongue back, just like you go ka ka ga ga, right? Ka ka ga ga na. But of course, when you do the vowel, you cannot keep the tongue. You have to allow it to bounce, right? So you bounce it against the dome, so to say, the palate, like the dome. So, but the tongue.
I forgot that it was a cerebral. I've been saying it like a normal arakara.
Yeah, it's easy. Okay. But that means most likely if you have noticed that you're putting the tongue like you go dr, 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 like you do like I would say like Spanish way, dr, then most likely it's because you're not pushing this part down, this here. So because when you do that, you're making room for the tongue to be able to go back. If you don't do that, it's like the tongue doesn't have it can't go back. So practice this.
I feel like Kermit.
Yeah. Practice your Kermit.
Yeah.
If you want to join the face yoga and pay thousands of dollars, this is one of the exercises. So yeah, Good, very good. Okay, Paulina, you want to do this?
Yes. Let's see if I get the melody right. Sadvidvanu pasrapyatam pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
Excellent. So I think you just stopped a little bit there, right? There was a little bit of a.
Yeah.
You want to try?
Yeah, just to.
You want to try one more time?
Sadvidvanu pasrapyatam pratidinam tatpaduka sevyatam.
Excellent. Good. Have everybody tried? Did I miss someone? No? Okay, so now we have a new one. Anybody? Any hands?
I will try it if no one else is.
Alice?
Was that someone else I was saying? I couldn't.
Go for it, Alice. Go for it. I can do after you.
Thanks.
This is a beautiful problem to have if you all go like, yeah, I want to do it. I rather have that.
It's the tricky one, so I sort of left it and I sort of want to practice it, but part of me is like, oh no. So I was like, no, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, everybody know that this X, what it is, right? Yeah, so you don't get confused there.
I forgot again. Is it ksha?
Yeah. And there you also have this, you have kakara, right? And then you have the cerebral. So that's another thing. Ksha, ksha. It's very special. Ksha. Once you have that knack, it's such a good feeling in the body. Ksha, ksha. So really feel the kakara and then the tongue goes back. Ksha, ksha, ksha. It's hard aspirate. Go for it, Alice. We can't hear it.
Brahmaikaksharamardyatam Shruti Shiro Vakyam Samarkarnyatam.
Excellent. This fellow fell off. Try one more time.
Brahmaikaksharamardyatam Shruti Shiro Vakyam Samarkarnyatam.
And there's a little bit repa that you squeeze in there. So the repa is not until here.
Oh, I get so excited about Rapaland. More of it. It's like, no.
It's just sama. And then you have karnyata. Try one more time.
Brahmaikaksharamardyatam Shruti Shiro Vakyam Samakarnyatam.
Excellent. Good. Okay, and then we had where are we? Up to here. Ariane, you want to do this one? Remember?
Can you do first, please?
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
This is long. Vakyartascha.
Vakyartascha
Yeah, and
vicharyatam.
there you go. Put them together.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Okay, so just so you get this fluentness. Vakyartascha vicharyatam. Try one more time.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam.
Good. So it just needs a little bit of practice, and then you got it. Excellent. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's if you want to have a good practice, just have your alphabet, and then we help each other. If you have the Panchakam, you can always. I mean, it's easy to look down there, but then you're not going to learn to read. So it's better to discipline and say, okay, I'm going to put that away, and we are in together. Remember this, helping each other. Okay, good. Carla, do you like to start? What does it say here?
I was just looking at that guy.
So remember there was, what letter is this?
That's a Shiva.
Good. Now, when Shiva comes together with the repa, it turns this. So this is Shiva, and that is a repa,
So like a Shri, yeah?
like a Shri. But this
Shri.
time you have instead of a fish, instead of a rainbow, you have a fish hook.
So Shru,
Yeah, Shru. Excellent. Nick, what does it say here?
T.
T. How would you spell it? So the first letter is
Takara.
and
Ikara.
good. So what does it say up to here now?
Shruti.
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 So remember that that's the r, right? Shruti. Shruti.
Shruti.
It's tricky, yeah. The repa is tricky. Okay, good, excellent. Bea, what does it say here?
So that's Shiva again, and Ikara.
Good. Notice that this font, you know how they stop here? Again, this is a font. Normally you will see that it's closed here and it's hanging on it. Yeah, so you just, yeah. So what does it say until here?
Shruti Shi.
Good. And what does it say, Ariane, what does it say here? Do the, oh, I can't hear you. Say it again, Ariane, we can't hear you.
Repa, akara, and visargaha.
Good. So what does it say here? Just this part.
Raha.
Good. And what does it say, the whole thing?
Shruti shiraha. Shruti shiraha.
So Shiva, Shruti Shiraha.
Shruti shiraha.
Good. Okay. Paulina, what does it say here? You can take the whole thing.
Pashaha.
No. Start by spelling. Take one letter.
Okay.
Right?
Pakara. Akara.
Good. Now this.
Oh, it's not Shiva. Of course it's not.
No?
Is it Ksha?
So,
No?
so yeah, it is. But what's the letters if you would spell it?
Takara, Shakara, Akara, and Visargaha.
Good. So how would you pronounce this?
Pakshaha.
Good. Now notice that this is a conjunct consonant, right? This is 2.
Yeah.
So it's actually like you go straight into the kakara. So you don't go pa, you go pa. You're landing on in the back of the throat, right?
Kshaha.
Shaha. Shaha.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Nick, can you do this part?
That is the Saraswati and with an akara.
Good. And?
Makara.
Good.
And a long akara.
Excellent. So how would you say this?
Sama.
Sama. Good. Excellent. And then we got Bea. What does it say here?
Is this another conjunct consonant with a Shiva again? Oh, Shra. Shra.
Shiva and Repa.
Shiva and
right?
Repa.
Mm.
Yes.
And this?
So this is a Shri.
Good.
A long Ikara.
Good.
Tika.
So how would you pronounce the whole thing?
Sama Shri.
Good. And then Ariane, what does it say here?
Kara, akara, takara, akara, dirga, and anuswara.
Good. So how would you pronounce that?
Yatang. Yatang.
One more time.
Yatang. Yatang.
Yatam. Yatam. Mm. Good.
Ingela, all the verses end with yatam. Yatam is you may or something like that.
Yeah, it's invocative.
Okay.
Invocative. It's one of there's totally 10. You know, we started with the present, right? We said we started with the present, like I see you, right? So that's there's totally 10 the 10 tenses and modes. So you got like present, future, past. There's even there's like 2 futures and there's 2 past depending on the situation. So there's a lot of different tenses, but then you also have the modes. So it can be like desirable, like may you, like we are wishing, may you do this. So this is one of the tenses and modes, and they are called lakaras. And they have different names. So the one that we're looking into now, so we're just taking baby steps. The one that we're looking at now is la, okay? Tongue back, la, and that is present. But this is a mode. May you. So yeah, we're gonna look at that. So this is and so just the same as like you go through the Pratama Purushaha Ekavachanam, you do the same thing for all different modes and people, Vachanam. So that's why I'm emphasizing, like, you really get this first step, because as we start adding things on, if you haven't got that first, really clear, then the rest is going to get, it's just going to get blurry for you. Excellent. Okay, Alice, can you see if you can read the whole thing?
I'm just thinking. Shrutishiraha Pakshaha Samashriyatam. Sorry, that's a bit in bits.
Yeah, well, you did well. Samashriyatam, right?
Shriyatam.
Now, you see this, everybody. This is a visargaha, and the following letter is a pakara. Anybody remember what happens to this one? Puff, right? Just like same as we have Purnamada, Purnamidam, right? Purnamada. Now I'll show you where it is. I know that some of you have studied Sundays, but it's easy to forget. All right, so let's, I'm going to open the Sunday volume 2. And if you have later on, it's on page number 35, right? So, Paulina, what does it say? Let's read it together, and then you also practice to read. Okay, so Paulina, here it says,
Yeah.
Optional change into, what does it say here?
Can you zoom in? Upa. Oh, I'm trying to read without having the alphabet. What is that? Upa. What is that one again?
This one is as a dent. Is a it's an aspirate.
Da.
Da. Yeah.
Da. Upadham.
Mm,
Upadma.
good. So you see, it's a conjunct consonant, right? It's really tricky to
Yeah.
say, right? Because you have
Yes.
dma, dma,
Dma.
dma, and it's long. Right?
Dma.
Good. And now,
Ni.
Good.
Ni. Yaha.
excellent. Can you try to say it?
Upadma. Ni yaha.
Excellent. Upadmaniya. It's tricky,
Yeah.
super tricky to say, right? All right.
Yeah.
So let's look at the sutra or the rule. What
Mhm.
does it say here?
Visargaha.
Good. Everybody see that? Visargaha. Here, it's up on the shelf because the repa, the noti repa, is coming before the gakara. Good. Now, so you got visargaha plus, and then what does it say here?
Pakara.
Or
Or what letter is that again? It says next to pakara.
excellent. All right. Now, so when it says when visarga is followed by pakara or pakara, the visargaha becomes upadmaniyaha. This is the name of this rule. Okay. You hear, if you listen, like if you in with Swamiji, he uses this very often. So you hear him using this word a lot. So when he's talking about that, he's referring to this sandhi that you pronouncing, you changing the visarga to a.
Okay.
So so this sound is a sound to pronounce the visarga before pakara and pakara. This sound is made by blowing through rounded lips. Okay. Blowing through rounded lips. Good. So this explained. Now sometimes you see this symbol to show that it's upadmaniya, but a lot of times you do not. You just have to know this. So Kama, what does it say here?
It's repa, akara, makara, visargaha followed by a pakara. So it would be
Okay, so the first letter you said it was a repa, and then
then there's a akara,
is it a akara or is it akara?
akara. Sorry, yeah, long one.
Good. And then
Makara, visargaha.
before that.
Makara, akara.
Good.
Then the visargaha,
Good.
which
So how
would be
yeah.
which how would I say that? It's a ram.
Just do this one first. Don't go here yet. Just stay here. How would you so?
Ram.
So what was the what happens? The visargaha. What does it? The visargaha does. It bounces back on the previous vowel, right?
Previous vowel.
Yeah.
Rama. So it'd be Rama.
It would be ramaha.
Ramaha.
Yeah. Don't forget that. So you got ramaha. Ramaha.
Ramaha.
Good. Now slowly take your time. What's the spell it? So you have a what's the first letter here?
The pakara.
Good. And then
it's a where is that naughty letter? Is it Shiva? Sakara?
Shiva, but there is actually a letter before that. So sometimes remember that.
Yeah, pakara, akara. Then there's sakara, but there's no line.
Sakara or or is shakara?
Shakara.
Good.
But the akara is not there.
No, because it's a conjunct consonant.
Mhm. So it conjuncts with the yakara, akara,
Good. And now,
ikara,
what about this fellow?
takara,
Mhm.
and an ikara.
I, right? Good. So take your time now and just slowly, how would you say this?
Be
If you need some help, you might just say help.
pasyati,
Pashyati.
pashyati,
Is
pashyati.
it anybody that remember that's part of that was part of the verbs? Anybody remember what that means? Pashyati. It was one of the verb. The dhatu is drish. I can't say if anybody knows. You just tell me. See.
See.
To see.
And what about if it's ti?
Is it the
He?
first
He.
person?
He, she.
He, she. He, she, it, sees.
I found it. It's to see.
Yeah. Excellent.
Mahasi.
Now, okay, so now I love your faces when you click, you know, you go like, oh.
And I just realized that it was in transliteration right now on the bottom there.
Say it again, sorry, I didn't hear.
It says Ramaha Pashyati underneath.
I've
There.
also just seen it. I haven't seen it until you mentioned.
Excellent. It's good that you didn't see it. Excellent.
Yeah, it's good. That way it makes the brain bounce around.
Excellent. Okay, so Bea, remember now that this has a Sandhi rule, right? And what was the name of the Sandhi?
Upa dham hupa dhma niya niya.
So,
Upadman.
so the Visarga turns into blowing through rounded lips.
Okay.
So how would you pronounce this now?
Ram Rama Pashati.
Good.
Rama
Rama. Good. One more time, sorry.
Rama Pashati.
Good. Rama Pashyati. Excellent. Everybody understand that? True? Yeah, super clear. If there's someone who's not clear, you let me know.
Can you repeat? How do we round the lips where?
Ra. So first is Ra, and then you have, so this Visargaha turns into Ramaf. 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 And the reason is because the Visargaha, this fellow, is followed by either a Pakara or a Pakara. Ramaf Pashyati. And the same thing happens when you chant the very, very famous Purnamadaf. You hear that? Purnamadaf, Purnamidam, Purnat, right? A lot of people don't do it correctly, right? They do something else. Purnamadaf.
This happens because of
Visargaha.
the Visargaha. But if they remove the Visargaha, like on the line below, then how do we know?
Well, this one is actually the, like I said, you know, a lot of times, I don't see this symbol a lot, but this is a symbol that shows that this is, this one is there. But most of the time you won't see this symbol. You will just
And if the symbol is not there, the Visargaha will be.
Yeah, they basically this one and this one is saying exactly the same thing.
Okay, okay.
But this one, in my perception, is very much more common. I rarely see this, but they say if you see it, you know that this is the Upadmaniya. But the best thing is to learn this one because that's going to be more common to know.
In terms of memory, it's the same now. We memorize the rule or we memorize the symbol. So yeah, it's better to have.
Yeah, go for the rule. Just
Yeah.
know that if it's if it's followed by a pakara, you know, one thing that you can, you know, is a good easy way to remember, because you probably heard this Purnamada. So if you have that kind of like, what was it again? Purnamada. And then you go, okay, straight after that, I go pakara, right? I go Purnamidam. So I go like, okay, there's a sound followed by pakara. Purnamada, Purnamidam.
I love how they explain F through blowing through rounded lips. I love how that's like how they explain it. I guess it's because there's no F kara in the alphabet, right?
No, so and that's
There's no F.
There's no F. But you know what you do here? You do. I want to see all of you. You know, in a lot, in even my Sanskrit teacher, he doesn't say he learned from which state is that? He says he doesn't say repa. He says refa. I think it's from I can't remember. There is a lot of they're putting F for that. So if you hear that, they yeah, it's just.
Is that because of the same rule, or is it just something else?
No,
there's no.
No, it's just. I mean, there is no sound, right? It's a labial, but for some reason they it's like a
dialect.
It's like a dialect, and you know, and it's fine, you know. You're gonna hear, you sometimes hear refa, but of course there's no letter. It's just a Sunday. It's a Sunday rule, but I don't know. It's somewhere. Great. Shall we do? Because you're getting.
Can I just ask a quick question? It's a pakara and a pakara, aspirate, non-aspirate, non-aspirate, aspirate that applies to this rule, right?
Yes.
I thought I heard a ba before, but it was a pa. Okay, the two pas.
Good. Shall we do one more, and then you also have this super. And look, Nick, what does it say here? Can you spell it?
Repa, akara, makara, akara, visagaha.
Good. So how would you pronounce this?
Ramaha.
Good. Now, what does this say here now?
That is pa. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you hear.
Pa and akara. Just looking at the alphabet. Lakara, ikara, takara, akara, and visaga.
Good. So how would you how would you pronounce this?
Fal.
No. This is not fal. This is pal. Mm.
Pal ita ha.
Excellent.
Palitaha.
Excellent. Now is that this one turns into a upadmaniya. So here, so just start by doing this one, Nick. How would you go up to there?
Rama.
Rama. Rama. Rama. You hear that? Rama.
Rama. Rama.
And don't be shy to push the air through your lips. Rama. Rama. Good. And now, so the whole thing is Rama Palitaha. Say that.
Rama Palitaha.
Excellent. Good. Is that okay
It
for everyone?
makes sense. It flows better than Ramaha Palita.
Yeah. So another thing, so when you're breaking a sandhi, right? One thing is to put them together, but then you have to break them. So when you see that, for example, a Purnamanda, right? You know that it's actually saying Purnaha. Purnaha. It's a bit. So then you put when you break in the sandhi, you go the other way to be able to look in the dictionary. Okay, good. Hello. Let's see, where did I put the fellow here? So I think it was Alice. So how would you just to go these two ones first?
For me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Shruti Shiraf Paksha.
Now there's people who done the sandhis. What? Yeah. So this one turns into a Saraswati because there's a Saraswati here. This one. So you just have to. People who haven't studied sandhis, you just have to trust us. This turns into a Saraswati. So Shruti Shiraf Pakshas, right? And then the last one, Alice.
Shruti Shiraf Paksha Samashriyatam.
One more time, just get this one. Sama.
Shruti Shiraf Paksha Samashriyatam.
Excellent. Good. Bea, do you want to try?
Yes. Shruti Shira Pakshas Samashriyatan.
Excellent. Ariane?
Shruti Shiraf Paksas Samarsriyatam.
Good. We need to just practice your sibilants. So you got Saraswati, Shanmukha, and then Shiva. Because you got it Shiva, Shanmukha, Saraswati. You got all the three here. So you have to move it between the sounds. So don't take it at just one S sound. There are three totally different sounds. Good. Paulina?
Yes. Shruti Shiraf Paksha Samashriyatam.
Good. No, this one is pakshas. So don't put any length there.
Yes, Pakshas.
Nick?
Shruti Shira Pakshas Sama Shriyatan.
Good. Now you got to get that Shruti Shira Pakshas. Just do this one.
Shruti Shira Pakshas
Good. Sama.
Sama Shriyatam.
Good. Kama?
Shruti Shri Raf. Hold on. Woo! Okay. Shruti Shri Raf Pakshaf Samashriyatam.
Good. So we got to work on those sibilants, right? So you got that
Yeah.
sha. So you can have that dance in the mouth. Have that as a
Mhm.
Carla?
Shruti Shirav Paksha Samasriyatam.
Good.
Shriyatam.
Yeah, get a little bit more Shiva. Shiva wants to hear his sh. Remember
It's the
that,
hip hop dance.
is it? Yeah. Remember that it's hard aspirate. So every time you have a sibling, if you can get the diaphragm with it. Shruti Shira Paksha Sama Shriyata. It's a lot of when you feel the air, like really, just like you do an aspirate. Good. Excellent. Alice, no, did everybody try? Did I miss anyone? Please let me know. Everybody, Ariane, did you try? Yeah, you tried.
From the first.
Yeah, go for it.
Vakyartascha vicharyatam Shruti Shiraf Paksasamaśriyatam.
Good. So it needs a little bit refinements. So Bhakyartascha vicharyatam Shruti Shira Pakshasama Shriyatam. It's a tricky one, but you know that's it's fun. All right, guys. So just let's go into the meaning, right? And so here, anybody remember the meaning of Shruti?
Veda.
Veda, right? There's 4 Veda. And what about Shiraha?
Head.
Head. Good. Head of the Veda. Head of the Veda. What is head of the Veda? Ariane, we couldn't hear you. It looked like, did you say anything?
I don't know. The head of the Veda.
Head of the Veda. So there's something in the Veda. There is the head of the Veda, like the main section. One is talking about karma. Another one.
The end part.
And which is called?
What do we call it?
Upanishad.
Upanishads.
Good. Upanishads. And what's another word?
Because it's not only Upanishads, right?
Yeah, it's the Upanishads.
Yeah.
Vedanta.
Yes. Vedanta. So Upanishads, Vedanta, Jnana Yoga, they're all same. Okay. So what's in the Upanishads? You have the Mahavakyas. The most famous one, Tattvamasi. And then people go and do this mudra, but they don't maybe not necessarily know what it means. But this is a mudra, Tattvamasi. It's like Aikyam. Jiva, Atma, Brahma, Param Brahma, Aikyam. There's oneness. And then you have the different people have, you know, some people referring this to the gunas, like Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Some people refer them to the different states, like wake, dream, deep sleep. Different states. You have different states, right? But even though, you know, even in the deep sleep, you know, you're still there, right? Because you wake up and you say, I had a good dream. You know, I mean, I had a good sleep. You're very much there. So, and if you look at the symbolize, you know, so don't go and be one of these who like sit like this and, you know, do it for a photo or whatever. It's a symbol. It's a very profound symbol. So you have the this is the finger. It's called Tarjaniya. So the pointy finger, right? So remember when, you know, when you know, if it was like, it's your fault, it's, you know, we're pointing outward, right? This is like the finger, it does that. We use that finger to point. So what does it mean? That this is the symbol, is like the symbol of ego, the one that goes like, me, I. So what happens when we do the chin mudra? Comes together with the thumb. You got the symbol of oneness. So when there's no divisions, there's one. And even if the gunas keep on, you know, it's like you're watching a movie. you're not in the movie. You don't take it, you know, you can watch the movie, but you're very much like in a very, very comfortable seat looking at the movie and know that you're not the one who's not like your Indian, you know how if you go to India and you watch a movie, like they literally take it personally. If someone, you know, start fighting or, you know, they get like really identified, even though they know they are in a movie, you know, and it's my hero and it's my girl and why did you do that? And you know, they get really upset, right? So the symbol is like, no, you know, the gunas keep on going, you know, they place the card, but you're very, very much relaxed. I can. But for that, you need a teacher and you need to sit for a long time and listen and listen and listen and listen to really come to a place where you relax. Don't make it worse that you just keep on saying without really understand. And don't be the people that do this symbol without really understanding. It's not something that we put to show on internet or social media. It's a respectful sign that need to be respected. It's not a show. It's not a look at me or do this. Don't go there. It's not serving you. Good. So okay, so we know the Shruti and Shirahas, head of the Veda, the Upanishads. Okay, and Upanishads is Mahavata. And then this one means what was it said, Paulina?
Pakshaha.
Good, Pakshaha. This is vision. The vision of the vision of the Upanishads. The vision. Now, what's the vision? Well, you know, from a very young age, we taught that, you know, you are this, you are this, you are this. You know, sometimes we not, you know, you have to improve this, or you have to do this, or you're not beautiful enough, or, you know, you have too big ears, or you have, you know, you're too fat, or you're too skinny, you know, blah, 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 blah. And also that we taught that we are mortal, right? So we believe that we are in this limited body. You know, I'm only this, I'm only this. So what's the vision? No, you're beyond. You're beyond. You know, your deathlessness. You know, you're freer than the freer. You can't get any more perfect. No, there's such a relaxation, and it's such a beauty. There's nothing. There's everything is in order. Everything is order, and it's just relaxation. And you know, you can watch you know, it's one of those examples in the Veda. They're talking about, you know, like you're watching the sky. You know, you see the blue sky, but you have the knowledge that it's colorless sky. You know, it's got colorless space, but the blueness is still appearing. And you can still enjoy the blueness. You can still see it and you can appreciate it, but you have the knowledge that it's colorless space. Just like you know, like people, when you see the sunrise, you know, you can appreciate that it's you know, as though the sun rises. You can appreciate it. You can look at it. You can say, what a beauty. But you have the knowledge that actually the sun doesn't rise, it doesn't go down. The sun, you know, the earth is turning, right? So you have the knowledge, but you can still look at it and appreciate it, but you don't get sucked into it. You know, you don't. So this is just like this is very much like the Vedas have these examples for to see that, you know, to come to the knowledge that you can't get any perfect. You can't get it's you're the holier than the holiest, right? And it's such a beautiful teaching, and everybody, every single person, have the same desire, and that is to be happy, right? Everything that we do for happiness. Some people do it by, you know, we have all kinds of rakshasas that making the wrong decisions and going for power and going for fame and going and making completely the wrong decision because it's not serving them spiritually. But they're so identified with their own ego and their own body that they're making the wrong decisions and causing all kinds of, awful things, right? But when you're looking at the bigger picture, everybody, there's identification with the body, which is causing samsara. It's like the birth. Now, and everybody want. That's what keeps the samsara going. I want. And once you realize, okay, I need help. I can't figure out this help. I really need help. There must be something more to life than this wanting. And I remember so well, way back, I was sitting in my car and I was in Dubai and I was like, and it really, like, I could see the samsara moving, like my want. And so, as soon as I had it, I was like, okay, next thing. And it went on with everything. And I just saw that, the spin. And I said, please help me. I need some help. And I think when you get to that point, it's like the universe, okay, you ready now? You've been playing you've been in the samsara movie too long. Okay, we're gonna help you. And there's someone who says, okay, I can teach you. I can teach you. And it's such a relaxation. It's such a beautiful. But there's obstacles on the way because there's all kinds of distractions and people would tell you, go this, don't do this, go this, why do you do that? You're crazy. What are you sitting? Why are you not working? Why do this, do this? It's all kinds of obstacles. It's not easy to be like, no, this is what I want to do. This is my main goal. Nothing else is not my priority. And then, so the last thing is samashriyatam. It means may you follow. So it doesn't mean like you're blindly following. It's just that it can't be any more beautiful than to hear that you're the holy and the holy. You can't get any more perfect, and there's nothing you need to do. Listen, just listen to your teacher, to a traditional teacher with sampradaya, and who can unfold the Mahavakyas. Unfold. You can't do it by yourself. Because your mind is not, the mind is always perception and inference. It's always going outwards. It's not the capacity to look, you can't turn your eyes to look at yourself. It's impossible. No. So that's the meaning. Any questions?
No questions about this one, but I don't know if Nick's still around. I can't see he is. I think on the home fun, there was something. Am I allowed to to bring that up at the end?
Yeah, of course.
Nick was looking for a certain dhatu. I'm just saying this because I remembered it and he might have forgotten it.
Yeah.
I had forgotten. I was looking for to be pleased is a pakara, ukara,
Pushpa.
and then a sanmukha.
We couldn't find it in the dhatu kosha, could we?
It might be that it doesn't have prefixes.
Right.
Oh.
Not all of them have prefixes. So let me see. What where am I? Volume 1.
Page 34.
Page 34.
Third one down. To be pleased.
Oh. 34, you said, right? 34. Okay, so in the bottom.
It's in the top 4p.
4p. Okay, so the verb is, let me just write this down. So the verb is tush, right? And so let's go in, and the anga is tusha. So we got that. Okay, now I'm going to our dhatu. It's quite bottom.
The pakaras are on page 84 and 83.
You mean in the oh, you mean in the dhatu kosha, in the dhatu kosha?
Yeah.
Yeah, it I don't think it has it doesn't have a prefix, so it's not going to be in there, so you just have to pick another one.
Right.
Not all of them. Oh, not all of them have prefixes.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
So you can't, how do you decline that, conjugate that verb? And you just,
you mean the tush?
yeah.
So you got so pratama purusha ekavachanam pushati.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then
Okay.
yeah.
I
So
thought every verb came in the dhatu kosha.
say it again, sorry.
I thought every verb came in the dhatu kosha.
In section 1, yes. Section 1, you have all the dhatus. In section 3, you only have the dhatu with the prefixes, or the most common one. So yes, you will have it in section 1, but in section 3 is only with the dhatus with prefix. I don't think it's all of the prefixes or all the dhatus. I have a feeling she picked the most common one. Yeah, there's so many. Good, but good question.
Can I ask something too? There was the dhatu to throw.
To throw.
Um,
Which? Oh yeah.
let me
Asya.
and there it says 4p, right? Because in the prefixes it had 2 different ones, like the as 1p and the as 4p.
Yeah, pick the 4p.
You pick the one that with the same, like if it's 4p in the dhatu, then you pick the prefix with the 4p. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that one had a sandhi. I guess it's like the first sandhi, when there's 2 short as, it becomes just one short or it becomes a long
Long. It's
right?
Savarna. The first
Savarna.
Savarna. Good. Let's see. What's I'm gonna leave. Okay, no problem. Any other questions? So but everybody reach out to these beautiful goddesses. They Alice and Paulina, right? Or me or Ariani. We're here to help you. So you yeah. So we have and then we step into the Atmane, the next one. All right. Good. Anybody wants to do the?
I've got.
That's a good idea, Nick, because it's so much. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but just the computer thing is like much easier to have it and make little, notes and this and that. Yeah, I'm not totally understand. Anybody would like to chant Swasti? Should we do the ask the priestess? Oh, Ariane, would you like? Yeah. Okay. Let's do the priestess. The Balinese, our personal Balinese priestess.
Swasti prajabhyah paripalayamtyam nyayena margena mahisaha go brahmanebhyas mamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varasatu parjanaha Prithvi Sasalini Deso yang Sobarahitaha Brahmanan Santu Nirmayaha Om Sarvesam Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesam Santir Bhavatu Sarvesam Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesam Manggalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavatu Sukinaha Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Badrani Pasyantu Makacitu Kabag Bhavet Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amertanggamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamedam Purnamudacate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasisyate Om Santi 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Thank you, Ariani. Om, everyone.
Thank you. Om. Thank you.